back to Mama's Table, and I want to welcome Jeannie back to South Carolina.
Oh, it's so fun to be here.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too. Thanks for picking me up at the airport.
You're so welcome, Mom, and I enjoyed our trip there. And here we are sitting at Mama's Table. We just welcome you.
Good place to relax.
I know. I'm so
Talk
glad.
a little bit and catch up. I was really excited to get to come this weekend. I didn't know if it was going to work out or not, but man, I was so excited. And people ask me all the time, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "South Carolina." "Who do you have in South Carolina?" I'm like, "My mom and my sisters," and I'm always so excited to get to go. And I say, I don't get to take too many other vacations because I'm always running to South Carolina to visit family, or Orlando to visit family, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Do you ever get homesick in Tennessee?
I can't say that I really get homesick because I'm just that type person that really tries to be content.
In whatever state you're in.
Yeah, whatever
Tennessee,
state.
South Carolina.
Whatever
Alabama.
state, whatever situation, I just try to find joy and be content. And I do have my daughter and her husband and 3
That's right.
grandchildren there. There's nothing like coming home to Mama's and sitting around her table and being with family here. I love it so much.
It's probably the way heaven's going to be. You know, we have our family here, and we love being with our family here, but we have family there too.
Oh, I know it.
And wow,
Can you
whenever we
imagine the
finally,
joy when we see Daddy again? And
whenever we finally see all of our loved ones
Yeah.
and to see Jesus,
it's
to be
gonna
with the
be
greatest love.
it's gonna be awesome.
Kind of wrote a song about that one time.
You did. I can't imagine. What's it called? What's the name of it?
You remember lately.
Oh. Oh.
I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and wrote a song and recorded it on my phone, and that next morning I sent it to Jeannie, and she called to see if I was okay. I didn't understand
did.
why.
I
It was a
called you.
happy song.
It was?
Well, I was singing it at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I
Okay.
can imagine how it sounded.
It didn't sound too happy to me, and I gave her some suggestions. I'm not a really good songwriter. I try sometimes,
You
but
really
I
are.
can give
Coming
suggestions,
from
and
your
I told
little
her
sister.
that song cannot end there. You have got to add another verse or two. Did you take my advice?
I did.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
All right, here it is, entitled Lately, I've been thinking about heaven and going there. Lately, I've been thinking about heaven and going there. Lately, I've been talking to Jesus about being tired here.
song.
Thanks.
But didn't y'all think it was just a little bit gloomy until she added that last verse?
No, of course not.
Just tell us about it. Tell us why you wrote it.
Well, I wrote it because I was thinking about heaven, and I thought, everything in this world can be disappointing at times. There are hospitals here, there are funeral homes, there are children's homes. There's a lot of sadness here, and sometimes I just start thinking about heaven and how wonderful it's going to be whenever we get there.
There's definitely no children's homes there
No children's
or
homes.
hospitals.
No. Jesus will be the light.
Oh, wow.
And then you told me to add another verse, and so that third verse simply says, He wants me here right now. And so as long as we're here, He wants to shine through us.
Yeah, and we need to be busy.
That's right.
Doing His work and sharing His love with others.
That's right. And so many times we can get distracted. And if we can get distracted in this world, then we're going to miss our mission and why the Lord has us here.
Didn't you write a song about, I think just about stones?
Well,
like
I
the rocks
did.
crying out, or the woman brought to Jesus in adultery, or
Yes.
the stone that. Didn't you write a song?
Yes, I have no stone.
Okay.
I have no stone.
Well, let's talk about that song.
That's how we let our light shine, life is so short. It's just too short to be throwing stones. I don't want to spend my life throwing stones.
Mm-hmm.
And so that song simply says, I don't have a stone to throw at you. First verse. Second verse is whenever Jesus said, if you don't praise me right now, the stones will cry out.
Oh, wow. Last Sunday morning, I teach middle school girls right now, and we have a building. Well, my classroom actually is this beautiful room that has windows all around it. And I talked about that last week because there are these huge trees out there. We're on the second story of this building, and these big trees, and they were all just, the leaves were just blowing, and it was so beautiful. And I said, girls, look at those trees. Look at the branches in those trees. We were talking about how we should share our light with other people. And I said, the Bible tells us if we don't praise the Lord, then the stones, the rocks will cry out.
That's
And I
right.
said, look at the trees. I said, it looks like they're just lifting their hands in praise to God and just shining their light like we should.
Yes, we should. And Lord, help me do that, because I know I fail in that area many times. But the third verse speaks of the stone that was holding Jesus' dead body in.
So they thought.
They thought. That's right, but no stone could hold him. No stone could hold him. And so on that third day, that stone was rolled away. And no stone's going to hold me. They may put a tombstone over my body one day,
Mm-hmm.
but that stone's not going to hold me back, because Jesus is a resurrection. Because He lives, we shall live also.
Oh, wow, I love that.
Here it is.
They brought her to Jesus for the punishment of her sin to be paid. Caught in the very act, so no questions to ask, she was so afraid. Jesus told the accusers, he who has no fault can stay. But if you have sinned yourself, then you need no stone today. Oh, I need no stone. I need no stone today. No, I have decided to pray. could stop them. Isn't he aware? Jesus said if they stop, the rocks will start to praise. But if you'll use your voice to worship, then you need no stone today. Oh, I need no stone. I need no stone today. I have decided to pray with no reservation. His praise I will raise. I need no stone. I need no stone today. As our Savior hung and died, with shouts, save yourself, you saved others, one pierced him in his side. They placed him in a borrowed tomb, put soldiers at the grave. 3 days later, death couldn't hold him. We need no stone here today. I need no stone. I need no stone today. I have decided to praise. No tombstone will hold me. On that day I will be raised. I need no stone. I need no stone today. No stone. I need no stone today.
Like I said, I was so thankful that you guys picked me up from the airport today. That's really special, especially to get to stop and eat on the way back and have that time
It's
to
been a
laugh
special
and
time.
enjoy.
And we sang coming home.
Oh yeah, enjoy some time together. But you know, there has been times that I've come home and I decided to get a rental car. Well, let me tell you this story. Is that okay? Ever since I can remember, I think as long back as I can remember, I've always wanted a red Camaro. And I always thought one day I'm going to have a red Camaro.
She ended up with a red Ford.
Oh, you can't tell my story.
Oh, sorry.
The punchline of all things. No.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just teasing. But I've always said I wanted a red Camaro. And, you know, I was talking to the Lord not too long ago, and it's just me now. My husband passed away about 5 years ago, and I was thinking one day, you know, if I'm ever going to have a red Camaro, now is probably the time. So
Oh, yes.
I said, Lord, you even said that you would give us the desires of our hearts.
Delight thyself
Yeah. So I thought, you know, I may get me a red Camaro.
and he'll give you the desires of your heart.
So anyway, so I was flying home, And this was one of those trips I was going to need to get a rental car. And so I was looking at Hertz, going through the rental cars. I was running down the list of their inventory. And lo and behold, they had Chargers. You know, those are pretty fast cars. They had Chargers cheaper than they had economy cars.
Ooh.
They had a special. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get me a Charger this trip. So I clicked on Charger, got to the counter at the airport after the plane landed that day, and I grabbed my suitcase, got to the counter, and the lady got all my information, and she handed me my keys, and she said, "Ma'am, you're in slot 63. And I said, "Oh, thank you so much." She said, "You ordered the Camaro, right?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." Just knowing that the Camaro and the Charger, you know, would be in the
Right.
same line, the same
Maybe
kind of
she
car. So,
confused it.
you know, you don't always get to choose exactly what you want. So as I walked out to the car lot where the vehicles are, while I was walking down to lot number 63, it was a long walk. And as
Came after 62.
yeah, and started at 1. Long walk. But anyway, the closer I got, I just began to laugh. And I said, "Lord, I love your sense of humor." I said, "I love the way you love me." Not only was it a Camaro, it was candy apple red. And I mean, that thing was gorgeous.
And you look so beautiful driving.
Oh my goodness. But here's the funny thing.
You couldn't get out of it.
Well, I couldn't hardly get in it. I sat down in that car, and I had to roll the windows down before I could even shut the door. I was afraid to shut the door. It was so cramped
Oh my
and
goodness.
so tight, and I felt like I was sitting in the back seat. Roll the windows down, and I don't know, I shut that door, and I thought, this is not for me. And I thought, okay, Lord, okay, you convinced me. I thought I wanted a red Camaro. You said you would give us the desires of our hearts, and thank you for letting me own a Camaro for about 4 days. You know, sometimes we think our heart's desire is one thing, and we really find out if we pray and ask the Lord and trust Him and pray according to His will, it's easy for us to accept the things that we thought we needed but
That's
really
right.
didn't need. And it's so important that we just allow Jesus
Yes.
to be our heart's desire, and
That's
not
right.
a red Camaro.
And that Ann Viola used to say that. She said, "I believe that when God said, 'Delight yourself in the Lord and He'll give you the desires of your heart,' she said, I believe He was saying, 'I'll give you your desires.'
That's
And
right.
you will desire those things that I want you to have."
Yeah,
And so it's all in comes with loving Him
Mhm.
first.
exactly. That makes me think of a song that we used to sing, "Lovest Thou Me."
Yes.
Oh, beautiful song.
Beautiful song. You do
Lovest
such a
Thou
good
me
job.
more than these?
What will your answer be? He asked Peter.
Mm-hmm.
He asked Peter 3 times. And he still asks us today.
Modern times have brought us many comforts. People live in wealth and luxury.
thee, Lord. I love thee, Lord, more than these. Lovest thou me more than these, my child? What will your answer be? Oh, precious Lord, I love thee more than all of these, more than wealth, more than fame, more than the world.
Old one.
I know, it's so old. It's beautiful. The words still are so true today. They ring out.
Oh, they do.
Do you love me?
There's another song that you wrote. You Can't Take My Love Away.
Right.
Did you write that for your boys?
I wrote that for my family.
For your family?
Yes, for my sons, of course, and my grandchildren. Those that I hold close to me. You know, some people will disappoint us. I've been disappointed before. I have disappointed before also. And so,
I didn't
Goes-
think you knew.
remember you told me. I'm teasing.
Did not.
And so it goes back to that song, I have no stone to throw.
Yeah.
And so
Well, you know, talking about this song reminds me of the song we just sung about Lovest Thou Me.
right.
Because once we love God, it makes
Yes.
it so much easier for us to love people.
That's right.
And I was teaching a class this past Wednesday night at my church on quiet time. And I talked about whenever we do a quiet time or we do devotions, it gets us into a rhythm.
Mhm.
And you know, God created the earth and there was a rhythm to it. He created in
Right.
6 days and then he rested, like a rhythm, you know. Back in Deuteronomy, when God gave the law to the Hebrews, he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength.
Yes.
And then later in the New Testament, someone asked Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? And he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
So I was telling my class there's a rhythm to the way Christians live, and it simply is love God, love people. Love
Right.
God, love people. Love God.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Right.
That's the rhythm of our life.
That's right.
I want my life to reflect that rhythm.
Yes. And within ourselves, we don't have a light.
Right.
But whenever that great sun shines upon the moon, that moon brightens up the whole sky.
Exactly.
And whenever the Son of God shines down on our lives, we can light up the darkness that surrounds
Well,
us.
now it sounds like, because of what you just said, we're going to have to play 2 songs because we wanted to hear You Can't Take My Love
Yes.
Away, and now we can play This Little Light of Mine.
Okay, let's do it.
I think that'll be about it. What do you think?
No.
You're not tired of talking? No, never.
I don't want to tell everybody bye yet.
Oh, okay. We'll come back and say bye.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Here's these 2 great songs. Were you going to tell us anything about You Can't Take My Love Away?
Well, I was telling you about it. And
When I so rudely interrupted.
but it simply says, I don't care what you do, I'm going to keep loving. And it's not me, it's God and His love. Because once you experience the true love of God and the forgiveness of God, in fact, God's Word says, those who have been forgiven of much loves much. The one who has been forgiven the most.
Loves the most.
Yes, is what Jesus said.
Where's that found?
I'll show you.
You can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. It was love at first sight, there's no other you. Simply knowing that you're mine, made by God's design. It wasn't anything you've done or flags or trophies won, but because you are, I love you. I want you to know you can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. I'll love you till the day I die and meet you on the other side. To love you more than life can know for all eternity. You can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. We may have our struggles and not see eye to eye. Simply knowing that you're mine, given by God divine. Can never make a mess to make me love you any less. Because you are, I love you. I want you to know you can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. I'll love you till the day I die, to meet you on the other side. To love you more than life can know for all eternity. Oh, you can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. Oh, you can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. I'll love you till the day I die, then meet you on the other side. To love you more than life can know for all eternity. You can't take my love away. My love for you is here to stay. You can't take my love away from you. You can't take my love away from you. Oh, yeah.
This is light of mine, I can let it shine. Oh, this is light of mine, I can let it shine. This is light of mine, I can let it shine. Every day I let my light shine. This is light of mine, I can let it shine. Oh, this is light of mine, I can let it shine. This is light of mine, I can let it shine. Every day I let my light shine. Jesus gave the light, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, Jesus gave the light, I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus gave the light, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day I let my light shine. This is light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this is light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This is light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, I let my light shine.
Okay, Wanda, those were great songs, but I think it's time to. It's been a long day.
You have traveled far.
I
Mama's
have
already
traveled
called
far.
it a night.
She has.
And so we just thank you so much for joining us at Mama's Table.
Yes, and don't forget, let your light shine.
Yes, keep shining.
Love God, love people. Love God, love people. It's just a simple rhythm, but man, it works.
That
Love you
calls us to
guys.
shine. Bye-bye.